These days, with the culture of learning online, with being able to teach from over a distance because obviously of the COVID-19 situation, you need a software that is able to record your screen. And most of the softwares that do this are either paid, so they have some kind of a watermark on the screen, as you can currently see on your video, because I'm having to use such softwares, or they are not good. But there is one software called OBS which is excellent. It is free, so you won't have any watermark, and it's good. It's professional quality software. Okay, so all you need is a good laptop and some good internet connection. All right. So now what you can do is open your browser. It can be Chrome, it doesn't matter. And just type in OBS download. Okay, the first thing you'll get is obsproject.com download. Click on this. Once this thing opens, select your operating system. You can either say Windows, which is the default, or you can click on Mac, or if you have a Linux system, you can click on Linux. But I currently am on a Windows system, as are most people who are watching this. And now what I want you to do is download this installer. So now I have the installer downloaded. Now all you need to do is double click on this installer, say yes, click on next, click on next again, just say install. It will quickly extract all of the required files and start installing them on your PC. Now what you want to do is you need to uncheck this box and say finish. So now you are on your desktop and you will see this OBS Studio icon. Then double click on this. It will take some time, but then this will open. Now it says, would you like to run the auto configuration wizard? You can also manually configure your settings by clicking the settings button in the main window. So what this is doing basically is this is scanning your system and then looking up what is the size of your display, what is the kind of processor you have, and then it is basically adjusting the settings for your need. For now, we'll just click yes. All right. And then it says optimize for streaming, recording is secondary. Optimize just for recording, I'll not be streaming. So now what is this? So if you are a game streamer who wants to stream gameplays, who wants to stream some other kind of so let's say you're streaming tutorials or something like that. But for me, I'll say optimize just for recording and I'll say next. Then this will tell you what is the base or the canvas resolution. Basically this is the size of your screen, and then this is FPS. So just leave it at what it is right now and say next, and then just say apply settings. Yeah, so now we have this blank slate. There is literally nothing here, right? Now before adding any elements or before doing anything else, let me just go into settings. All right, so this is the general settings, right? We don't need to change anything here as of now. Now go to output. In output mode, instead of simple, go to advanced. Then you will see such a screen. Okay. Now go to recording. So the recording path, right? This is the path where you want the videos to be saved. This can be anything. So just click on browse and then select whatever folder you want to. For now, I'll just let it be this. Now this is the recording format. So generally if you are uploading this to some website like YouTube, Facebook or something like that, you will want it to be an MP4 file. So just have it at MP4 and then encoder. So now what encoder to use? So the general accepted encoder is the H.264 encoder. So whichever you have. So if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, it will give you this NVIDIA NVENC H.264, but I'll generally prefer using the QuickSync one. So just click on this QuickSync H.264 and then it will give you all of these settings. Now what you want to do is simple. Under target usage, let it be balanced. Under profile, let it be high. Keyframe, depth, rate control, let everything just be what it is. And now here under bitrate, instead of 2500, right, just delete the 2500 and change it to 8000. So 8 followed by 3 zeros, right? And then the B frames, let it be 3, and content adaptive quantization, let it be checked. Let's scroll down, there is nothing, right? Now just say apply. It will apply all of these settings. So you're done in the output part of it. Now if you are streaming for per se, then you can just go to the streaming tab, go to encoder, go to quicksync H.264, and then apply all of the settings that we applied here in the recording tab. Now we are done with the output side of things. The audio as configured by OBS is perfectly fine according to me. I don't think it needs any changing. But then go to video. Now here we need to change a few things, not a lot, but just check whether the base canvas and the output scaled resolution are the same, because if the scaled resolution is sometimes off, then you might get some weird clipping around the edges. The downscale filter is bicubic, let it be bicubic, but if you think that your particular need is something different, then you can always research online. Then common FPS values, let it be at 60 because it is wildly popular these days. So let it just be at 60. Alright, so let's just apply this. Yeah. Now we have to go to advanced. Now this is where we need to change a few things. Alright, under video, under color format, right? Here I see the NV12. Let it be NV12. Now under color space, it is 601. Change that to 709. And under color range, change that to full. Alright, so you have all of these settings here. The other things I do not think you need to change unless you are streaming. So let's just apply and say OK. Okay, so now what all have we done? We have downloaded OBS, we have installed OBS, and we have configured the settings part of it. Now we need to add elements. The first thing that you need to add is a scene over here. If you see where my cursor is, click on this scene and press F2. You'll go into the renaming mode. So I like to rename the scenes so that it is easier for you to understand what all this one scene has, right? And then I'll just change this scene to say something like screen record or something like that, and just press enter. So you now have a scene. Now under here in sources, click on this plus sign, and then in all of these sources, don't get overwhelmed, just click on display capture. It will say create new or add existing. It will say create new. So instead of display capture, because it can sometimes be confusing, I'll just say full screen and press on OK. Now all of this renaming things you don't really need to do, okay? This is just a convenient factor. Now under this display, let it be the one that is already selected, and you need to ensure that this capture cursor thing has been checked, because if you can't really see the cursor, then you are not able to, complete the tutorial part of things. So just click OK, and you can see now. So the screen of our OBS is actually showing my full display. Some of you may want to leave it just here. That's perfectly fine. Go down and hit a like. But if you want your face to appear on the screen, what I like to do is, instead of adding one more source, I like to add one more scene. So under scene here, just click on plus and say screen plus camera. You don't need to rename any of these scenes. It's just for convenience, and it helps, trust me. Now you'll say, oh my god, I already configured the full screen. What do I do? Don't worry, OBS is smart. Under sources, click on plus, click on display capture, say add existing, and click on full screen, and then just say OK. That's it. That's all you need to do. Now, so the screen part of it is done. Now we need to add a camera. How do we do that? Same thing. Just say plus, and then go to video capture device. Say create new, and instead of video capture device, just type in camera or something like that. Just say OK, and this is my camera. Alright, So now here under device, it is the camera that you have attached. Now some things just need to be changed here. So scroll down a bit. Scroll down, yeah. So under color space, say 709. Under color range, say full. So now we are done, and just say okay. Alright, so now here you have two scenes. One which only has the screen that is being recorded, and one that has the screen and the camera. Now you'll say, come on, this camera is too huge. You don't want such a huge camera, right? Okay, it's fine. You can just move it. Click on here, and it's it's probably better if you move it to the left down side, right? Just click on here, and it'll, yeah. And then what you can do is go to the right hand top corner and just drag it down to be a bit smaller so that it doesn't get in way of whatever you're showing, like a presentation or probably a tutorial or something like that, right? Or just a bigger, yeah. All right, so if I want to switch between scenes, what do I do? Go to settings, go to hotkeys. Then for each scene you need to set up a new keybind. Basically, how do you do that? Under screen record, go to switch to scene, click on this text box like thing, and then press on F1. Then under screen plus cam, go to switch to scene, press on this text box, then press F2, and then down here press apply, then say OK, and then that's it, you're done. So now let's just start recording, right? And if you see, we are on the screen record right now, but if I press F2, we'll go to the next scene. And now let's say I'm presenting and then I'm done showing my face. I just want the entire screen without anything. All I need to do is press F1 and it's gone, it's done. And then all I do is stop recording and then go to the folder where all of the recording was happening, and then voila, that's it, you have your video. So this was my video about configuring OBS. I hope you like it and use it to teach others, to create good content for entertainment. Stay safe, never stop thinking.